What's going on, everyone? It's Josh from TradingWithPriceAction.com. Today's currency spotlight for November 13th, 2013. I'm going to be taking a look at two currency pairs that have formed a pretty good looking trade setup on each chart, and I'll be going over why it's good, why it won't be taking it, but why it is a valid trade setup that would be a good trade for someone to take. Alright, well, let's get into it. The first chart we're going to be looking at is Australian dollar US dollar on the daily chart. Now if you see, this red line right here I marked is a strong support and resistance zone. As you can see, we have touches all throughout here. Wick touch, 3 wick touches. Some resistance through here, 3 wick touches and a bounce up. And we see right here we have it priced to reach this area on the chart again. And we have a 2-bar reversal right here that's rejecting this support zone. So right here, these 2 bars are a good 2-bar reversal. You can see if we morph these 2 bars together, you would get a good looking pin bar with a long wick. And as you can see, it's rejecting this support zone as well. And it's also a major support zone, also with a major round number with a 0.93. So it's at the 0.93 area, so that's a very round number. So also it's a support zone along with a very round big number and a 2-bar reversal that's rejecting this, both the very round number and the support zone. So I mean, overall this is a good trade that I would take if I wasn't already in a trade that involved Australian dollar currency. As you know, I'm in the European Australian dollar daily chart trade with these two, with Australian dollar in it. So I will not be taking this since it also has Australian dollar in it. I don't like to trade multiple trades with the same currency pair. I just like to focus on one currency pair at a time. So that's why I will not be taking this trade, but I mean, overall it's something to learn from, and this is a good trade setup right here. I mean, you have a lot of things in your favor. It's with uptrend, it's at a 50% pullback right here, and I mean, I would really expect the market to keep going up. So I mean, this is something that we could be watching and look for and just follow along and see how it pans out. So this 2-bar reversal is actually a very good trade setup. The next trade setup I'm going to be looking at is the Euro British Pound on the daily chart. Now I won't be taking this trade either because, as you can see, it has a euro in it. I'm already trading have a trade with the European currency in it, so I won't be taking this trade either. But what we have here is another 2-bar reversal, but this time it is this time it's a bearish one, and it's not as high quality setup. As you can see, 2-bar reversal right here. These 2 bars right here, I mean, they're pretty big bars. It looks pretty good, but I mean, you can see the this bearish bar right here did not close all the way back up to where the open of this first bullish bar was. So this pin bar is not going to be looking as good if you would have formed it together or morphed these 2 bars together. It wouldn't have looked as good of a pin bar. So that's why I'm saying it's not as good of a setup, and the resistance zone that's rejecting is not as strong as a support zone on the Australian dollar US dollar. But we can still see that it is still pretty strong. We have a little resistance here, a couple wick touches here, wick touches here. I mean, as you can see, I mean, this really does support prices right here though. And then throughout here, kind of gets broken a couple times, but it still shows support resistance through right here, broke through right here, and a wick touch, but I mean, and it pulled back right here, and this 2-bar reversal formed, but it's a little bit close to where it broke through right here for this 2-bar reversal to form. So I mean, there's a couple things that just make this trade not as good as the other one, but I mean, it's still a decent trade that I want to show you guys, just so you guys can just get an idea of what I look for when I look for trades, and why I like a trade and why I don't like a trade, and what's the pros and cons of each trade. So I mean, really, it's a decent trade setup. 2-bar reversal rejecting a pretty strong resistance zone, but I mean, 2-bar reversal is not the best looking one, as well as it's a little bit close to all these other candles right here. So that's it for today's currency spotlight. Hope you guys enjoyed these two trade setups I was showing you. I just want to show you guys a couple 2-bar reversals that have formed in the past day, and I thought I would just go over the pros and cons of each one and just explain it a little bit to you guys. So if you guys enjoyed it, I'll be back tomorrow with another currency spotlight. So until then, safe trading, and I'll talk to you guys soon.